All right, welcome back, guys. It is a GSL Team League, and we are all tied up here between Prime and MVP. We're going to see who's going to pull ahead with this next game. We've got MVP Noblesse versus Bong Bong Prime, and there is Noblesse right there.
There he
GSL
is.
Code player.
Not Guinea Pig, Noblesse.
Yep, that's right. Might see Guinea Pig a little bit later.
Might see him later.
I would not be surprised. Unless Noblesse all kills. But we'll find out. Although it's too late to all kill now, but oh well.
3 kills.
Three kills. Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Lovely shot of our lovely studio today.
So yeah, Noblesse, of course, player from Code A. Did not quite get into up and down matches. He actually got knocked out by a Zerg player, Coca, in I believe the round of 16 after beating Tassadar.
Yep. So
pretty good player, but he hit Zerg. We will see. He actually got. Coca was very strong in those games, though.
Oh, absolutely.
He was pretty good, so can't blame Noblesse too much for losing that. We will, of course, see Noblesse in the next season as well. You
know, I gotta say, though, after that last game, I'm really, really curious to see what Bong Bong has planned right now for his ZVT. We're gonna find out pretty soon. Getting a stick of gum. Wants fresh breath for his match.
That's right, man. You do not want to be breathing toxic fumes at your keyboard.
Shouldn't swallow that. It's going to be in his stomach for 7 years.
Yeah, it'll grow into a tree. Oh wait, that's if you swallow a seed.
Oh, both.
Gum grows into a tree.
Haven't you ever heard of a gum tree?
Sounds like something from a Dr. Seuss book.
Oh, well.
No, I have heard of gum trees. But,
So, flora and fauna aside, we're going to see if Bong Bong can give us a good game here. And the thing is he played such a great high economy style last game that he really didn't even let Tails get any traction.
Yeah, and really good decision making as well. He's like, oh, you're going to fast expand? I'm going to double fast expand. I'm going to own you in the long game. And when our armies meet, I'm going to have so many reinforcements, I'm going to own you. Let's see if we can do the same thing here to Noblesse in Game 3.
All right, here we are on GSL Crossfire. Here we have our MVP player, a GSL Code A player. He is. That's right. Noblesse, formerly known as Cute Foyu.
Yes,
yep, used to be on the Foyu team. Now he is on MVP. And here we have our Zerg player. He has a thing for changelings, but the ladies call him Boom Boom Prime Wing. Bong Bong. I do wonder where the name comes from.
I wonder as well.
Yeah, it's not like Nestea where he just made his name with whatever is sitting on his desk at the time. Yeah. It sounds like some thought went into this one.
It sounds like an onomatopoeia to me.
Isn't that
onomatopoeia being
where a word describes the sound that it makes?
Yes. Yes, exactly. Like woof is an onomatopoeia.
Or bang.
Or bang.
That's right.
So Bong Bong sounds like maybe it's maybe he was a drummer or something like that. And that's the Korean onomatopoeia for drumming. I don't know.
Bringing the vocabulary here at the GSL with Doa and Muldrap. Hey, look!
Oh, that is cool.
Look out, Marine! He's got a conscience. One side is a Zerg, the other is a Protoss. The Zerg says macro, the Protoss says cheese, and the Marine just can't decide, so he's just going to stim.
And we are seeing a 2 barracks play.
Yep.
From MVP Noblesse. He's going to go ahead and put on some pressure here.
Whenever you see the supply depot in the middle there, you can almost always bet that it's going to be 2 racks. And this is a good map for it, too.
Yeah, it is. It's a relatively short map. There's only 2 spawns, so you know where your opponent's going to be. You can immediately run it. Is he going to let that in? Oh, never mind. The depot's already up.
You know, I'm actually
he lets the depot down.
Oh, he can click on the minerals and go through the SCV. For now, it's Mortal Kombat. Oh, nope, they part ways.
Pansies.
They're like, what are we fighting for? You ever see those mech animes, you know? At some point in every anime about giant robots, one of the players yells, what are we fighting for?
I haven't actually seen that line occur. I actually have some catching up to do.
Every Gundam series of all time.
I haven't really seen very much of the great mech series. And MVP Noblesse is sending 4 SCVs forward, rallied with his Marines.
He wants to put some bunkers down, and
he certainly does.
George Moltrap, he's going to do it.
I'm not George Moltrap, Noah Moltrap, but I think you're right regardless. Surely you must be wrong about my name.
I am not wrong, and don't call me Shirley.
All right, so he's got a spine crawler down. He sees what's going on. Bunker at the top of the ramp. I guess he's planning on like bunker hopping using one to protect the next.
Well, here's the interesting thing is I gotta say, I'm pretty surprised that MVP would choose a map like Crossfire.
Yeah, this is
This
really interesting bunker
mind.
placement. Because that bunker is not going to be within range of like the hatchery or anything like that.
And now
another is chasing him back.
Oh,
and there's
right
the bunker at the top of the hill.
Yep. But does the bunker have range into the low ground? I don't think it does. Spine Crawler is in range, though. Will poke away at that bunker. The bunker's going to finish, though. And I don't think this is going to work for Noblesse. Yeah, he's salvaging the bunker right now, but he only gets 75%.
Yeah, not a very good return policy anymore on those. And he's trying to micro against these Zerglings now. The Zerglings coming out, and they are doing some decent damage, but a lot of them getting killed off. Nice kiting, but he's moved the Spine Crawl at the same time to hit that new bunker, and it's not even building anymore anyway. So Noblesse continuing to pressure, but not really getting enough done. He's actually only killed, looks like 2 workers at this point. I'm sorry, 5. He's killed 5 drones.
Another command center going down for Noblesse, so he will expand after this. Very common strategy, probably going to take his 2 gas, move into Marine Tank. Crossfire is a great map for Terran and TVZ. The running lanes are very, very narrow. You can control that with tanks quite well. So I would not be surprised if that's part of the plan.
I guess at the end of the day, kind of things have evened out. Both players have about the same amount of workers at this point. And we have Noblesse starting another command center in his base, so going to go into a longer game.
Still trying to put a little bit of pressure on there with the Marines. He may want to actually pull back, as pretty soon there may be enough Zerglings out there to kind of handle that. And right now, oh wow, it looks like Noblesse may be going a bit all in here. Now he's not completely all in.
Yeah, he's got a second orbital in his
back
main.
there. But man, he's dedicating a ton to this. I don't know if this is the best decision. I mean, the bunkers he could build are going to be very far away. May just decide to use the SCVs as a buffer. He's just going to go for it.
Yeah, those SCVs are just a buffer, but the Zerglings get past the SCVs and are attacking the Marines, killing off Marines left and right, but he is kiting very well, killing off most of the Zerglings. He needed to fight within range of that Spine Crawler and was not getting enough hits with that Spine Crawler. Yeah, a lot of SCVs went down.
Keeping the worker count fairly even, though. I believe it's 14 to 18 right now. Noblesse is, of course, behind after losing all those SCVs. But, wow, yeah, that was a very, very bizarre decision by Noblesse right there. He had to know that he couldn't really do any significant damage. I think he was maybe hoping that Bong Bong had over-droned at that point. But Bong Bong instead made a lot of Zerglings and was prepared for it.
So good move by him, and just continuing to tech up now. This is really straight. He keeps sending these SCVs and losing the SCVs and only killing Zerglings and not really killing drones of Bong Bong. So Bong Bong is slowly getting ahead here. I mean, technically they're still about even, but I don't know. I feel like Bong Bong does have the positional advantage here. And Noblesse still doesn't have that second up, although he doesn't really need a second at this point. He doesn't have enough SCVs to even warrant having an expansion.
Bong Bong does have the option now to drone up a little bit more, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's taking a little bit of time to get Zergling speed as well, getting a second Spine Crawler just to stay safe while he's droning up. But overall, now that he has a little bit of breathing room, he's on 2 bases, of course, and Bong Bong's on, or rather, Noblesse is on 1. Oh, here comes all the Zerglings. Not a good decision. Marines do so much DPS.
They certainly do, and the Zerglings running around the long way. Speed not upgraded for them yet, and if they had speed, I think that might have been those Marines meeting their doom.
Yeah, Baneling Nest going up right now. Definitely a necessity. Only Zerglings being produced right now for Bong Bong, though.
Whoa, he might. You think he's going to go for a bust?
He may just decide to Baneling bust, Yeah,
and 20 Zerglings being produced. Speed is almost done. Baneling Nest is almost done. I think he's just going to try and bust him.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work because right now Noblesse Siege mode is about 2/3 of the way done. He's got a tank out already, probably going to have another tank on the way. And so, yeah, usually when the siege tanks come out, that's about it as far as Baneling busts go.
A little bit of a fail placement with his Spine Crawler there.
We'll have to see, it may work. And
yeah, siege mode's going to be complete, you're right.
Noblesse getting supply blocked a little bit there.
Let's see.
And actually, Bong Bong getting supply blocked too. So, not the, I wouldn't say the highest level play we've seen yet at the GSL, but again, these are both kind of newer players. Noblesse is in Code A, but he's staying in Code A.
Yep. Now there are 50 Zerglings on the map.
That's a lot.
There are 50 Zerglings, and they're rallying all to the front there, and he's actually morphing 9 Banelings right now, which is an interesting number. Well, that's all he had to gas for, actually. But I don't think 9 Banelings is really going to be enough to...
Yep.
I guess he could bust down that bunker, but the other Banelings will die before he gets to the bunker, but he's going to go in anyway.
He doesn't know about the tanks. This is a terrible decision.
Oh, no.
By Bongbong.
And he doesn't even target anything with the Banelings. They're all dying without doing too much. He does get one of the bunkers.
Oh,
yeah, but the Banelings actually must have landed on some of those Marines because a lot of the Marines are dead now.
Wow, actually, Bongbong doing some damage with the natural, but not a lot. He is way ahead. No, actually, he's not anymore.
They're actually exactly even at Harvesters right now.
Wow,
both have 2 bases, but Bongbong is not done yet. He's got another round of Zerglings. He's producing, actually he's droning up after this, so if this attack doesn't work, he's going to just try and get an econ lead and get a 3rd base.
He is getting a
but
3rd base,
he's not even picking any Banelings this time, just going with Zerglings, seeing those tanks and Marines, and he's going to get out after all and not going to push that.
Such a weird game, Moltrap.
This is a very strange game.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah? You're going to all-in me? Well, I'll all-in you.
Sort of.
Sort of. And then I'll
sort
just
of all in you.
turn it into
sort
an
of all
econ
me.
game, actually.
And then we'll both be at 70 supply at the 13-minute mark.
Yeah, and then I'll drone up.
And yeah, and then the game will continue.
And he has actually droned up to 44 drones.
Yeah.
So pretty good stuff there.
Yeah.
Good economy going. He's gotten his 3rd base saturated very soon.
Lair on the way. So I would imagine he's probably going to be going for mutas after this. Most Zergs would on this map. Drop coming in for Noblesse. But it will... Oh, does you see it? Barely catching a blip of it. I don't think that Bongbong saw that.
Yeah, I don't think he did because he's running his Zerglings the wrong way.
So we'll see. Oh,
and
very smart by
out
Noblesse.
of vision.
Yeah.
This hatchery is defenseless save for 1 queen.
Might be able to kill some queens and some drones, but the Zerglings should get back before the hatchery dies, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Queen going down almost
He
instantaneously.
can lose so many drones, though.
Yep. And here come the Zerglings. Kind of getting bunched up a little bit there.
Yeah, he can just lift out of there. I think he killed 5 or 6 drones. Nicely done.
Noblesse.
Only loses a few Marines.
Doing a little bit of damage at least. And right now the worker count's still fairly even after those drones getting taken out by the drop. So Noblesse staying in it. And with mules, Noblesse should be slightly ahead. Although more drones coming up for Bongbong. And yeah, right now trying to do all the damage he can.
Yeah, you might as well. And this is, you know, just forcing Bongbong to be off balance a little bit, forcing him to be cautious, to try and go back and forth to defend all of his bases at different times.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not too taxing on him, but it's doing some distraction at the very least. Well, he does get... Baneling speed is actually almost finished, and he's morphing several Banelings. So he could be thinking about... Well, actually, he's probably not going to go for an attack just now.
Here comes some more Marines. And Bongbong moving out across the map. Pretty common to do a push off of 2 bases with Marine tank, especially on a map like this. Coming a lot later than we normally see just because of the craziness in the early game.
And this is why he got those Banelings, because he knew that there was going to be a push at some point.
Exactly.
He's going to need something to defend. But there's 4 tanks there. If he sieges up before the attack, which is the error that a lot of turns makes, is sieging up afterwards. There he goes. Oh, it's going to spot up. Oh, he targets half the Banelings down.
Wow, huge losses for Bongbong right there. That's going to give Noblesse a big edge in this push. Yeah, you can see already Bongbong pulling away his drones, losing the queen. This hatchery is as good as done for. Muta's being produced, but really right now.
Zergling counterattack going in here. He's got a lot of links, but I don't think it's going to work. It may... No, it's not going to work at all. Loses his 3rd. And this is looking really bad for Bongbong.
Everything getting taken out at the 3rd base right now. Fire attacks, level 1 being researched, and there is a decent amount of mutas on the way. He should have about 8 to 9 when it's all said and done.
Oh, that's true. There are not a ton of Marines, so if you can take out some of them with Zerglings, the mutas could clean up the tanks and the medevacs, but those 4 tanks, now 5 tanks, are pretty scary. They're all at full health. And they're starting to take some shots at the links coming around the side.
Noblesse leaving some tanks in the back on those. Oh, so many Banelings being taken out. Oh, this is painful to watch.
He has killed so many Banelings.
Muta's taking out 1 tank, but it doesn't really make a big difference right now.
He has 80 kills total on those tanks right now.
That is absolutely
And those
ridiculous.
were all free kills of Zerglings and Banelings.
Yeah. Here come the Mutas. There's not a lot of Marines, but enough to keep the Mutas at bay for the moment anyway.
If he can somehow swing around the back and kill his tanks off, that would be huge.
Yep.
In fact, that would be the only thing that he could do to try and save himself right now. Not a ton of Marines, but they are in that little pocket there. There is no way Zerglings are going to get to them.
Very soon, I feel like Noblesse is going to need a few more Marines, though. That's a big group of Mutas.
Yeah, and just as you say that,
on the outside.
check the mini-map. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Moving out
That'll
with
help.
wave number 2. He's confident there's not going to be a counterattack. Once that army joins up, and he's probably just going to attack the natural with that.
Certainly could.
That's going to be...
Yeah.
Bong Bong is pretty doomed here. He has a lot of Zerglings on the map, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
And moving on another command center to take his third. Another third being taken by Bong Bong. One tank being picked off, so Bong Bong trying to stay in it as best he can. All right, a drop going in. That was probably a bit of a mistake. Oh, here come the Banelings. Everything getting taken out, though.
Oh, man, he lost a lot there, but it was just not enough damage done. The Marines are going to take everything out. The scan goes down to see that the Banelings are just beginning to morph, so he can easily pick this off. And that was not a good place for those Banelings to morph. But the Mutalisk coming in to try and distract. He's got a lot of Mutas there. He's got about 16 Mutas, and he may actually just have enough Mutas to chase those Marines down.
Wow.
By themselves.
Now, Noblesse has been playing very risky with those Marines. Even look at this drop right now going into the main. Look at everything that's there to receive it.
I did not realize he had worked up that many Mutas.
Yeah.
And nice. Oh, look at that.
Very nice. Very nice move.
Oh, he spent all 8 Marines and killed all those Banelings.
Yep.
It is 2 Banelings blowing up to kill 1 Marine is not cost efficient. That was a really good move by Noblesse. But wow. Man, Bong Bong has a lot of Mutas, and actually I didn't think he was going to be able to hold it. That many Mutas?
Well, his army movement this game has not been impressive, but it's really, really hard to not take fire from tanks on this map because the running lanes are so small. He's done a good job of staying in the game so far. But Noblesse at the same time is just so strong on those 2 bases. But he has to play defensive now with that huge group of Mutas out on the field. So really at this point, it's anybody's game. Supply about even again.
Yeah, he's gotten his third, but his main is mined out. So he is only on 2 bases, as he said. He's sure to try the bunker. Bunker goes down.
Oh, all these SCVs are in huge trouble.
And Noblesse's army was at the 3rd. He's completely out of position. He's got nothing to do with these Mutas. He's just going to counterattack the gold and take it out. We are going to see a base trade situation here. Noblesse is losing his production facilities. Noblesse basically can't build an army right now. He has to win with what he has on the map.
Not many Marines going to be coming out of that because both barracks with the reactors were taken out. Right now, Bong Bong looks to be in a great position. Noblesse falling back to try to defend, but he is going to lose so much before his army gets back here.
Yeah, and that was his only choice, was to try and defend this and then move back out. But he stimmed all of his Marines 3 or 4 times, or 2 or 3 times right now. So they are in bad shape. And look at that, he runs the Mutas away. Those Marines have a maximum of 25 hit points.
Yeah.
They've been stimmed so much with no medevacs.
1 Baneling can take those out, no problem. And 2 turrets is not going to stop the Mutas. I guess there's 3 turrets there, so that is going to stop the Mutas. Armory getting, he almost snipes off the Armory. If Noblesse can get out a couple Thors, that will be very helpful.
Yep, he is not producing any Thors right now, since the Armory's not quite completed.
Yeah.
But
surprised he's not going after the tech lab, honestly.
That would be a good
Went
one
after
too.
the barracks instead. Right now, Bong Bong gearing up for an attack on that planetary. Is he going to try to right-click it? We're going to find out. Is it enough? It is. And
almost repaired it. And the blast Banelings. Take out all the SCVs.
Yep.
Oh, man.
And Bong Bong somehow, some way, has scraped his way back into this game.
Yeah, I think the how and the way involves a ton of Mutalisk Stoa.
Yeah.
Taking out the army and doing complete map control here, taking everything out. And it's amazing he's done this because he's mined out his natural. Bong Bong is barely mining right now. So if somehow he lost all those Mutas, he probably would not win, but he's done so much damage, he may be able to take the game still. If he can get that high yield up and running.
Well, Bong Bong ahead by about 30 supply right now. Things certainly have shifted in the direction of the Zerg, but man, what a crazy game this has been.
Noblesse has about 300 minerals per patch at his natural, so in just a couple minutes, he's going to be mined out. Both players pretty much need to get something done very soon.
Yeah, Noblesse, I don't really know what he can do at this point. I mean, he would have to count on Bongbong making a big mistake.
Oh, the armory might go down. The armory goes down. 2 Thors are in production.
That is going to be it, though.
But, yeah, he's not going to be able to make too many more.
Look at all those banelings moving across the map right now. Bongbong doing so much harassment with all these mutas. Another barracks dying.
Wow.
Not taking out the missile turret, though.
He's got 19 mutalisks, so he can just take out any of those buildings in a couple of volleys very easily. And there the Thor comes out. Is probably going to shut this down. Some of the mutas are badly damaged. He can lose half of them very quickly with those Thors.
I don't think Noblesse really got the upgrades going this game either. These Marines are going to be dead.
No. Oh, they'll lose some Marines. Just that we're just going out just a little squad.
Last-ditch effort coming in by Noblesse right now. It's going to be this or nothing. He's going to need to move down the map so carefully to make this work.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. He's almost mined at his natural, and Bongbong is stopping his third, and here he is with some more Mutalisk harassment. No Thors in the area. Beautiful harass with these Mutalisks, keeping Noblesse on his toes.
Wow.
Yeah, he's pretty much mined out. Noblesse essentially is not mining right now, for all intents and purposes. He needs to take a third, but he can't because of a single Zergling stopping the top left base. And meanwhile, Bongbong is mining with full saturation at high yields. So basically, Noblesse has about, I know I said 3 minutes before, he has like 1 minute right now
he needs to be
get
careful
something
about
done,
those
or
Thors,
he's
though.
going to lose in the long term.
Yeah. Now, this all really comes down to, in a big way, 2 things. I mean, Noblesse, look out for the Thors. Noblesse losing a lot of SCVs early on with those kind of weird all-in-y pushes, and then at the same time, not having enough Marines. There goes the third base.
Wow.
That's not going to mine anything anytime soon.
No. Marines coming in, but may it be their dooms.
Tanks
This
are
is
not
possible.
sieged. If he can take out the tanks, this is huge.
That was actually really well played by Noblesse. He got out of that with as much as he could, running the Marines away from the tanks, and the banelings didn't want to waste themselves on the tanks, but eventually they're like, all right, we're not catching up, we have to do something. And it at least did take out the tanks, which means the next round of banelings, of which there are none in production right now, but a lot of Zerglings.
Right now.
There's some banelings being produced. Yeah, the next round of banelings is going to be so effective.
I feel like you're right. I think Bongbong can just take the game right now. I think this is going to be it. Not a lot that Noblesse can do. There's a lot of Marines there, but I don't know. Bongbong not really able to move in quite yet. A couple banelings being sniped off by those Stim Marines. Nice shot by Noblesse.
Well, like I said, he had to get something done. He did get something done. He started mining the top left, but here's the thing. 150 supply for Bongbong to 76 for Noblesse. And takes out some free banelings, but he stimmed all of his Marines. So they're going to be very low in health. Loses the command center.
This is like the dirtiest drag-out fight in GSL history.
Oh my
Both
goodness.
of these players have just beaten each other bloody. And just absolutely insane. No income at all right now for Noblesse. Hardly anything. Bongbong in the meantime looking pretty good income-wise.
Yeah,
doubling the
as in
supplies.
he has an income, which Noblesse does not. But yeah, he also took a fourth, so he's going to be able to mine from that very soon as well.
Yeah. All Bongbong needs to do at this point is be a little bit choosy about his engagements. Here he goes, though. Where are the banelings? All the mutas grouping up on the Thors, but it looks like it's going to be enough anyway. That is going to be all she wrote.
GG. Coming from Noblesse.
Wow. That was TVZ in the most down and dirty fashion.
That was down and dirty.
Noblesse disappointed in himself. Both players made a lot of mistakes that game, but Bongbong managed to come out. Look out for the fire. And yeah. Wow, he's gonna. They have their sign there too. The big.
That was really nicely defended. He faced a lot of pressure. Bongbong faced a lot of pressure from Noblesse from the very beginning of the game. 2 racks aggression with 4 SCVs with the bunkers. Then he sent like another 6 or 7 SCVs with more Marines. And then he sent a bunch of tanks and Marines, and he just kept holding it off. And I thought he was dead for a moment there. I thought Bongbong was dead. And the Mutalisk came out just in time, and he just didn't have enough Marines to take on the Mutas after a while.
Yeah, it definitely looked
cleaned up.
dangerous for Bong Bong, but I'm so surprised by some of the decisions Noblesse made in that game. I mean, to bring groups of 6 or 7 SCVs down at once, more than once in that game.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's I'm really, really surprised, and not like in a Christmas morning I open up a present and there's a new copy of StarCraft 2 surprise. More like Christmas morning and you open up a present and it's socks, and not even the kind of socks you like. It's like those really short socks where they don't quite reach the top of your shoes, so your heels get all chafed when you walk a long time.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
I hate those socks.
Noblesse got Bong Bong socks for Christmas.
Yep. But they were good time.
Died as a result.
That's right.
Yeah, very good play by Bong Bong. He's now taken out 2 members of the opposing team in a row. 2 members of MVP have gone down, and will he be able to get a 3rd in a row?
We're going to find out.
Yeah, Prime is up 2-1 right now. Very important situation. We're going to find out who MVP sends out just a moment.
It's going to be which Pokemon is going to get thrown out by the MVP coach. It is going to be this fellow right here, or is this a trick? You never know. It's going to be Guinea Pig.
There's Guinea Pig.
Oh, the names are on the back of their shirts. Guinea Pig. So nice. Look out for the steam. All right, so Guinea Pig, a Protoss player that a lot of people have been kind of keeping an eye on.
Yep.
Showed us some very interesting things in the GSL past, but hasn't really done that since then. We're going to have to see what he has planned for this game. Bong Bong looking for the 3rd win.
Yeah, we've seen him do some creative play in the past, and hopefully we'll see something interesting from him here. It's always fun to see that. Unfortunately, he did get knocked out of the GSL previously, so we haven't been able to see him too much recently.
Now, he was knocked out, in Code A round of 32.
In January.
Back in January, yeah.
I think he almost got back in, but was not able to in the last couple seasons.
Yeah, he barely. Who was it that knocked him out in the qualifiers? I'm trying to remember right now. It was a pretty significant player, but Guinea Pig, they have chosen Taldrim Altar as their next map. That's a pretty good map for Air Toss.
Interesting.
So, have to see if he'll be up to his old tricks. Find out.
Maybe he might have some new tricks. We haven't seen him in quite a while.
Yeah.
So.
And you can always teach an old Guinea Pig new tricks. It's true. Wow, look at his mouse. It's all yellow and black.
Whoa. That's kind of cool.
Like a bee mouse. I'm afraid of bees. Did you know that, Moltran?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of a lot of things, but bees is one of them.
Why are you afraid of bees?
I don't know. It's one of those irrational phobias. I've actually been stung by bees. I've been stung right between the eyes, and it wasn't that bad,
Right
really.
between the eyes?
Right between the eyes. You know, like on the bridge of my nose. Like
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
I've gotten
Painful.
stung by a bee once in my life.
Really?
The first time I ever got stung by a bee was also the first time I ever went surfing.
Wow.
I got stung by a bee on a surfboard 100 yards out from land.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it
Why?
doesn't.
Why
I was
would
like
that
off
happen?
the board and I was like climbing back up on it and like put my hand up and like something hurt and I was like, what the heck? And I looked and there was like a bee underneath my hand
The sea bees.
and my like surfing instructor was like, are you allergic to bees? And I'm like, I have no idea. Never been stung by one before. Hopefully not, because otherwise if I am, I'll probably die right now.
I thought you had to worry about sharks, but it's bees when you're surfing. Who knew?
Bees are kind of like the sharks of the air.
That's right. And guinea pig.
And
is
guinea
kind
pigs
of like
are
the
kind of
shark
like the
Taldrim
sharks of
Altar.
the land.
That's right. Guinea pigs. Otherwise known as land sharks.
Anyway, so Taldrim Altar is a very large map. It's a macro-oriented map. I know we always say that, but it does actually come into play a lot. You know, if it's going to be a Protoss versus Zerg, so oftentimes on this map you see Protosses will just get those 3 bases that are right next to each other, right in their main area, and then just max off that and just move out with a death ball.
Well,
something that a lot of Zergs QQ about, but it is, you know, a pretty good strategy.
Well, the Forge Expand is really popular on Taldrim Altar,
Yes.
too. It gives you a lot of time.
Probably going to see
get
Forge
going.
expansion, I imagine.
The game is going to start in just a moment. Who's going to come out on top? MVP needs to win this to get back in the match.